The graph of y equals 10 minus 8x squared for x from minus 1.5 to 1.5 is drawn on the grid. Write down the equation of the line of symmetry of the graph. The line of symmetry is obviously down the middle of the graph, which is down the y-axis, and the equation of the y-axis is x equals 0. On the grid opposite, draw the tangent to the curve at the point where x equals 0.5. Find the gradient of this tangent. Mark on the point where x equals 0.5 on the graph and then use a ruler to roughly estimate the gradient of the tangent, so it should go in the same direction as the curve at that point. To calculate the gradient, we can do change in y over change in x by drawing a triangle along the line. The triangle can be anywhere along the line. So as we go down in the y direction by 4 units, we move to the right in the x direction by 0.5 units. Therefore, the gradient is equal to minus 4 over 0.5, which equals minus 8. Differentiation has just been added to the syllabus, so you can use differentiation to check your answer. The gradient you got from the tangent might not be exactly the same as the value you got from dy over dx, because when you draw the tangent, it's an estimate. So as long as it's within plus and minus 1 of the value from dy over dx, you should be fine. The table shows some values for y equals x cubed plus 3x plus 4. Complete the table. The table is missing y values for x equals minus 1, minus 0.5, and 0. So to get the y value, we just need to substitute these x coordinates into the equation of the curve. On the grid opposite, draw the graph of y equals x cubed plus 3x plus 4 for x from minus 1.5 to 1.5. As you plot the coordinates, you join them with a smooth curve. If there are any weird points or anomalies, then you might want to check that coordinate, because all lines drawn from equations should be smooth. Show that the values of x where the two curves intersect are the solutions to the equation x cubed plus x squared plus 3x minus 6 equals 0. Whenever we want to solve for where two curves or two lines intersect, we need to do y equals y, or set them equal to each other. The next step is to rearrange it into the expression that we want. And notice that the expression that we want has all the terms on one side. So your first approach should be to move everything so that it's on one side. After moving everything to one side, you can see that it's exactly the same as the equation we want to simplify it into. By drawing a suitable straight line, solve the equation x cubed plus 5x plus 2 equals 0 for x from minus 1.5 to 1.5. This is a graph question, so you can bet that you need to use your graph to solve the equation, and you already drew two graphs. You already drew y equals 10 minus 8x squared and y equals x cubed plus 3x plus 4. So we will use one of these to solve this equation. Technically, we would be solving the equation by drawing one straight line, like the question said, and finding the point of intersection between that straight line and one of the curves that we have already drawn. So this means that we need to rearrange the expression x cubed plus 5x plus 2 equals 0 into either 1, x cubed plus 3x plus 4, which is the curve that we already have, equals something, hopefully it's a straight line, or 2, 10 minus 8x squared equals something that should be a straight line. To rearrange into x cubed plus 3x plus 4 equals something, we start with x cubed plus 5x plus 2, and to turn it into x cubed plus 3x plus 4, we need to minus a 2x and plus 2, and we do this to both sides of the equation, and therefore the other side would be minus 2x plus 2. So if we were going to use this curve, we would need to draw the line y equals minus 2x plus 2 and find the intersection of this straight line and the curve x cubed plus 3x plus 4. If we were going to use 10 minus 8x squared, we would need to rearrange x cubed plus 5x plus 2 by doing minus x cubed to get rid of the x cubed and minus 5x to get rid of the 5x, and of course minus 8x squared plus 8 to make it 10 minus 8x squared on one side. And in the process of this, or doing the same to both sides, the other side would become minus x cubed minus 5x minus 8x squared plus 8. This means that if you want to use this curve, you will need to draw the graph of y equals minus x cubed minus 5x minus 8x squared plus 8, which is 1, not a straight line, and a lot harder to draw. So let's just forget about that and draw the line y equals minus 2x plus 2 on the graph. And then to solve the equation, all we need to do is find the intersection between the curve and the straight line, and the x-coordinate of intersection is our answer. To check our answer, we can substitute the x that we got back into the original equation and see whether it works. So substitute minus 0.4 back into x cubed plus 5x plus 2, and it should equal something close to 0. It will not exactly be 0, as when you find solutions from the intersection of graphs, it's only an approximate solution. As long as what you get is close to 0, you should be fine.